The more I think about the Laurence Fox libel trial, the more I think how ridiculous it is. And that a simple war of words, effectively name-calling, got this far. And that's because the criminal justice system, the legal system as a whole, it is infested with left-wing bigotry. And so Laurence Fox was never going to win, really, was he? And it's all over her two words, name-calling. And so, in a nutshell, Laurence Fox is on Twitter. He's very outspoken on there. And then somebody went on there and called him a racist. Of course, they had absolutely no proof that Laurence Fox is a racist. There is no proof that I can find that Laurence Fox is a racist. And so Laurence Fox being Laurence Fox, and to be honest, I think I'd have done the same thing, really. He called them a paedophile. But this person took offence to be called a name they didn't like, and so they took Laurence Fox to court and subsequently won. Of course, Laurence Fox had no proof that this person was a paedophile, but he was just proving a point by using this person's warped way of thinking against them. Now, to me personally, I think a paedophile is worse than a racist. I mean, a racist is just someone who doesn't like someone of a different ethnicity, colour, race, whatever. Anyone that's different to them racially. But a paedophile is someone who is disgusting, isn't it? I mean, I couldn't imagine. They ruin lives. They make people suffer physically. The most vulnerable people in society, children, for their own gratification. Now, interestingly, in this trial, the judge, she couldn't define, and I'm assuming it's a she. You got to be careful, folks. Even using the wrong pronouns can get you sued and prosecuted these days. How pathetic is that? But the judge couldn't find a definition for racism, even though it says in the dictionary quite plainly what racism is. I mean, a racist is a racist, a paedophile is a paedophile. But anyway, two people called each other names, and she sided with one of them. I mean, my goodness. Now, even though, in my opinion, a paedophile is worse than a racist, that doesn't mean to say people accused of racism, whether it was true or not, have also had their lives ruined. And racist is, I think, the favourite insult, the favourite trope, the favourite libel and slander used by the left against anyone whom disagrees with them and has a different opinion. So, of course, this woke judge was never going to side with Laurence Fox on this issue, because then it would have meant that the word racist is a legally difficult thing to call someone, and they can take you to court for it. Therefore, effectively disarming the lefties of this word to hurl at people like confetti. And let's face it, anyone on here with common sense, who's patriotic, voted for Brexit, and doesn't believe in woke crap, we've all been called racists, haven't we? So imagine taking that away from the lefties. They'd be left with other things like Nazi and far right. And they couldn't even use them because they're associated with racism, aren't they? So there we go. That's the reason I believe Laurence Fox lost that libel case, and why the judge presiding over this says she couldn't define racism. And that's because that word is too bloody handy for them, isn't it? Somebody going on social media to call someone a name, they retaliate by calling them a name. They took offence and then sue them for it and won. I mean, I don't have the words. I mean, I do have the words. I've just made a video on it, but still, my God, you know. Some people can give it, but they can't take it, can they? I mean, I can give it all day long because I can take it. Being dragged up when I was younger, plus 2 careers, one in the mob and one in the prison service. And by the way, when I say mob, I don't mean the mafia. It's an army term for army. But you know what I mean. I am ridiculously thick-skinned. Calling me names just doesn't faze me at all. Many have tried, and they've all failed. Take this guy, for example, Graham the Baron Hesketh. He's been upset with me ever since I made that video on him asking viewers to send Alex Belfield money in prison. I think it was last year. He's called me every name under the sun, hoping I'd bite. And then, because I'm not biting, he resorts to this. And he must think I'm sat there reading this and going, "Damn you, Baron!" Oh! But no, of course not. I'll just have a little chuckle, get on with my day, and then maybe I'll do a subtle response, ever so subtle. But it'll be enough to make him angry, and for me it's like eating a sweet dessert after dinner. It's delicious. Someone whose mother obviously slapped the stork that delivered him. I mean, it's stuff like that. I mean, that'll induce a huge response, and I look forward to it. But unlike the wokey-cokies who sued Lawrence Fox, it's not something I'll take anyone to court for, because I have the wit required to handle myself in these situations. So there are grown adults out there who are simply out of their depth when it comes to crossing swords with someone intellectually. And like I explained earlier, some people can give it, but they certainly can't take it. And this whole Lawrence Fox libel case shouldn't even gone to trial. It shouldn't even gone to court. And the idiot who took offence and took this whole matter to the courts should have been done for wasting time. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.